Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Governor Greg Abbott ended Texas's statewide mask mandate and announced an executive order to allow all businesses to reopen at full capacity. It is now time to open Texas 100%, Abbott said at a news conference on Tuesday. COVID has not suddenly disappeared, he added, but it is clear from the recoveries, from the vaccinations, from the reduced hospitalizations, and from the safe practices that Texas are using that state mandates are no longer needed. Abbott's executive order is effective March 10th, overriding a previous executive order issued in October. The new order mandates that if hospitalization rates exceed 15% hospital bed capacity for 7 days, county judges may use mitigation strategies in their jurisdiction, according to Abbott. Abbott spent the last week teasing the announcement during press conferences and on Twitter, hinting at exciting news. Health experts, including Dr. Anthony Fauci, have cautioned against states reopening too quickly. At a White House briefing on Friday, Fauci warned against easing restrictions until the US baseline average of new infections is lower. We have to carefully look at what happens over the next week or so with those numbers, before you start making the understandable need to relax on certain restrictions, Fauci said. Watch it closely and be prepared to react according to what actually happens. White House senior COVID-19 advisor Andy Slavitt told CNN Tuesday night he hopes Abbott will rethink lifting restrictions, especially the mask mandate, though he stopped short of suggesting President Joe Biden should call the governor to ask him to change course. "We think it's a mistake to lift these mandates too early. Masks are saving a lot of lives," he said. The president has been clear about the fact that in the first 100 days of this administration, we could save 50,000 lives if we stick to this. I'm hoping that the businesses and the community and people in Texas, the mayors, the county will rethink this. I hope the governor rethinks this. It's only a small piece of cloth that's needed. As of Tuesday, Texas had reported 2.6 million infections and 43,918 deaths, according to data from Johns Hopkins University. During the Tuesday press conference, Abbott touted the state's positivity rate as being under 9%, still nearly double the 5% threshold recommended by the World Health Organization. In Texas, 6.8% of the population has received both doses of the vaccine, slightly lower than the national average of 7.9%, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Mississippi followed suit on Tuesday, with Governor Tate Reeves announcing he would also remove mask mandates and business restrictions. Starting tomorrow, we are lifting all of our county mask mandates and businesses will be able to operate at full capacity without any state-imposed rules, Reeves said in a Facebook post. Our hospitalizations and case numbers have plummeted and the vaccine is being rapidly distributed. It is time. While cases have fallen in the state since January, the percent positivity rate for the last month is 10.96%, according to Johns Hopkins University. Only 7.63% of the state's population has been vaccinated. On the same day the governor announced the end of restrictions, the Mississippi Department of Health tweeted, "Despite a decline in COVID-19 cases, significant community transmission continues. MSDH advises all Mississippians 65 and up or 16 and older with serious chronic medical conditions to avoid all social gatherings outside of the household until vaccinated." As coronavirus cases fall, states are rescinding mask mandates and reopening businesses and schools, prompting people to emerge after months of isolation, despite uncertainty about the pandemic's future. Texas said Tuesday that it was lifting its mask requirement and would allow businesses to fully reopen, the most expansive step by any state to remove coronavirus restrictions, as Americans across the country are eager to emerge after a year of isolation in the pandemic. The move by Texas, with its 29 million residents, goes further than similar actions in other states and cities that are rushing to ease as many limits as they can. It is now time to open Texas 100%, Governor Greg Abbott said, adding that COVID has not suddenly disappeared, but state mandates are no longer needed. All around the country, governors and mayors are calibrating what is feasible, what is safe, and what is politically practical. In Chicago, tens of thousands of children returned to public school this week, while snow-covered parks and playgrounds around the city that have been shuttered since last March were reopened. Mississippi ended its mask mandate too. Restaurants in Massachusetts were allowed to operate without capacity limits, and South Carolina erased its limits on large gatherings. San Francisco announced that indoor dining, museums, movie theaters, and gyms could reopen on a limited basis. But federal health officials have warned that state and local leaders may be moving too fast. "I know people are tired. They want to get back to life, back to normal," Dr. Rochelle Walensky, director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, said on Monday. But we're just not there yet. The divergent guidance has left many Americans in a quandary, wondering whether to follow the lure of optimism, as some officials in California, Michigan, and North Carolina endorsed widespread reopenings of businesses and schools, or to heed to their own lingering concerns about the virus and the warnings of federal health officials who have said it is premature to lift too many limits. And that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss another amazing video from us. Until next time.